What's up guys, that Racing Game Guy here. Today I am back on Forza after doing Absolute Drift and Car Mechanic Simulator. I'll still be doing those every once in a while, but just to kind of get back to my usual Forza video. Today's going to be a little bit of a short video. I don't really have much to say about this car, but for tomorrow and possibly the next couple days, I have some really awesome stuff planned. So stay tuned for that for sure. But a couple days ago I posted to my Instagram and Facebook for the channel about a car. I posted the stats of a car that went like 0 to 60 in 2.3 seconds and had a top speed of about 250 miles an hour. And I asked people to guess what car it was, and people were guessing stuff like Ferrari and GTR and all kinds of crazy high performance cars like that. Well, I should say cars that are usually high performance, because this car isn't usually high performance, but I kind of took it and made it my own and made it that way. But it's just a little Abarth. It's kind of a follow-up to the Troll Abarth that I did. And I say that I don't have a whole lot to say about this car because it doesn't really handle or drift that great. It's just a really fast drag build. I mean, it drifts okay, but it's not as good as other stuff that I have. And for a car with such a short wheelbase, it has a big turning radius because I switched it to all-wheel drive to get that like insanely fast 0 to 60 time, because that's what I wanted to go for with this car, is just raw power, make it as fast as I possibly can. See, if you start going fast around a curve, you just really lose it. Oh, jeez. First gear is like the wheel spinning gear. It spins to the end of first until you start bouncing off the rev limiter. It's absolutely insane. But it's still kind of awesome to see this in such a little tiny car that you wouldn't ever expect. Oops. You wouldn't ever expect this out of this car. It's a very quiet car too. It sounds like stock exhaust even though it's not. See, if I can make it back over to the hub, I'll show you the build on this car. It's basically just everything fully upgraded. And I think it was like a 4.5 liter V8 swap that I put into this car. But if I can manage to not lose control everywhere, that's what I'm saying. The handling isn't great at all. But I figured I would still do a video on it because maybe some people enjoy it. Here I can get it really up to speed on this straight stretch here. As I pass the hub that I wanted to go to. Next turn. Going the wrong way down the road. Okay, oh. Got it. Got it. Okay. I kept the appearance mostly stock. All I did was lower it and put aftermarket wheels on it, which really, realistically, lowering and wheels are the only thing needed to be done to a lot of cars. There's a lot of cars on the market, a lot of common cars, that if you lower it and put a nice high quality set of aftermarket wheels on it, you can totally transform the look on it. Actually, yeah, I did change the hood and the chin spoiler. I totally forgot about that. See, I can't pivot the camera in this view. There we go. So like I said, lowered it, got those wheels on it, which to me the wheels look really good on this car. And they kind of fit in with the hood and the chin spoiler and stuff. I didn't put one of the rear spoilers on it because it didn't help it at all. It just kind of hurt it and made it look a little bit stupid. The hood to me looks really cool with those heat extractors, even though I'm not sure if the engine is in the rear in this car. It doesn't tell me where the engine is. But I did switch it to that all-wheel drive drivetrain. Let's see, upgraded everything except for roll cage. I didn't do a roll cage because I didn't want the extra weight, because this car weighs 2,200 pounds. So I didn't want to add an extra 150 pounds to that. I just wanted to make it as light as I possibly could. That way I could just have the acceleration be as fast as I possibly could make it. But I think I'm going to go ahead and put a rear-wheel drive drivetrain in it, just real quick, just to see what it can do with that. See if it improves the handling any. Because the all-wheel drive makes it understeer quite a bit. And I mean, this is not going to help my traction issue whatsoever. This doesn't really help much because it just makes me spin everywhere. This is something that I would have to get used to quite a bit. I think I'm going to put my all-wheel drive drivetrain back in it. I liked it better. This spins as soon as you tap the gas, and it doesn't stop spinning until you come to a complete stop, pretty much. So,
Hey there, what's up?
Let's go back here and do this. Now the engine, yeah, 4.5 liter V8, which is a rather small V8, but it pumps out 914 horsepower and 1,615 foot-pounds of torque on this car, which for a 2,200 pound car, 900 horsepower is like, I mean, I'm trying to think of a comparison. It's like a few thousand horsepower, and it's like about 2,000 horsepower in like a normal weight car. So even though comparatively to some things you feel, it sounds like, 914 horsepower, things have like 2,000 and 3,000 horsepower, that's not much, but you have to look at the power to weight ratio, because it's a ton for such a little tiny car. I mean, this car weighs about the same as a Miata, and we all know how small and light Miatas are. So I'm going to go back out here, drive a little bit more. Again, I don't have a whole lot to say other than the handling isn't that good, it's just fast. Which was my goal for this car, really. If I wanted to make it handle better, I probably could, but it's not my goal for this car. I just want a fast, little tiny car that you wouldn't expect to be fast. Because even through, flashiness and show cars and stuff, I like to have some cars in my garage that are like sleepers. They're fast when you wouldn't expect them to be at all. But let me go ahead and go up to the airport real quick. I'll do like 1 or 2 pulls at the airport. Let's see, up here. No fast travel. Well, it is faster than driving there, waiting for it to load. Alright. So I'll go ahead and do a mile-long pull, and then I'll turn around and do, well, simulated mile-long. I don't know if it's actually, like, technically a mile, but alright. First and second gear accelerate. Those are my really fast gears. After that, it just kind of drops off, but still accelerates fast. So 220, 225. Alright, so let's see what it can do in the shorter pull here, going from the other direction. I like going from this direction as well because it simulates more of a quarter mile than a mile long drag race, and quarter mile drag race versus mile long drag race, they are completely different worlds. $154. So this car did better than my Fox body did in the quarter mile, which is insane. See if I can get it up to 250 here. 250 is the top speed. I'm not going to. I already know I'm not going to. It just looks kind of cool roaring down the track. The little tiny car roaring down the track at 220 miles an hour. It's pretty crazy. But this was the Abarth, what should I call it, max power drag build. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up, comment down below, let me know what you think. Like I said, I've got some kind of awesome stuff planned for the next couple days, so stay tuned for that for sure. Yeah, I guess the video turned out a good length. But go ahead and subscribe if you're not already for more awesome stuff to keep up with the channel and all. Follow my social media pages to keep up when I do open lobbies and live streams and stuff. I post to there. I downloaded Periscope, which is another live streaming app. My username on there is, of course, RacingGameGuy. I'll try and, once I build up a follower base on there, I'll try and stream some kind of behind the scenes stuff. Stuff about my car, stuff about games and stuff like that. So follow me on there for sure. Download the app. You can log in through like Twitter, I think. But thank you guys for watching.